Hey guys, welcome to the pre-show of the Intrepid radio program here on Odyssey Radio and also on my YouTube and also on the Facebook page. I'm just getting my mic untangled. As you can see, I am back in the home studio from northern Minnesota. And so the sound should be a little better tonight and all of that. But you shove these earbuds in your suitcase and they come out all tangled. Hey, Uncle Dave.
Uncle Dave.
Uncle Dave, says Rainey from the other side of the room. Let me turn this. I got it sideways so I can reach the port on the back side and plug it in. Boom. Hey, June Shasta. Come on, plug in. That's so weird. When you try to push these jacks into the hole, it pushes the whole computer unless you hold the computer and let it click into place. Click. So, hey, Romeldian, good to see you. Happy birthday, Rainey, said Barbie D. I told you that one. Shank you, she says. I'm going to crank up the engines here for the radio station, and I'm also going to hit the audio record so we can make sure that's all taken care of. We're all done. We're all taken care of. Mic's up. Everything's working. So cheers to you all. Who all's in here, by the way? I saw Susie Q in here somewhere earlier on. Susie Q, how you doing? If you're still around there, can hear our voice, my voice. What am I, deity or royalty, that I speak about ourselves in the we, in the plural? We are very pleased and amused that you are with us tonight. Matt Finn, Master Finn, good to see you, brother. Glad you're here. And I think I'm fully recovered from the other night. The other day, I should say. We had a wasted day. My friend Andy, yesterday, my friend Andy said as I was leaving today, I don't feel like we got as much done as we could have. I said, well, we did lose a whole day in there. Hey, Roger Rabbit. Good to see you. Dave's here, but he's at Texas Roadhouse. You're at Texas Roadhouse a lot during the show. Are you eating there or are you working there doing something? You painting a mural there?
Are you being judgy?
I'm not being judgy.
Okay, just checking.
No judgment.
You eat a lot there, man.
No, I mean, he's always there during the show, is how I meant that to be. All right, guys. We got less than a half a minute, and we're going live. And we go on the real show. It picks up at 4 minutes and 25 seconds after the hour. So it's already on. We're already there. We're just not on air yet. All right, guys. So you all stand by. Here we go. I'm going to go dark for a second.
Are you looking for a really awesome and amazing graphic designer? How about an illustrator or a photographer? This is Rainey Roberts, and I wanted to tell you how you can get my designer, illustrator husband, Scotty Roberts, to work for you on your project. Do you have an awesome self-published book but no cover, or even worse, a cover that really sucks? Do you need a kick-ass logo for your company or some f***ing awesome graphic designs for your ads or website? Then get in touch with my husband for the best f***ing awesome kick-ass design and illustration. He knows his stuff, and he's been at this for more years than I've been alive. Go to ScottAllenRoberts.com. That's Scott with 2 T's, ALANROBERTS.com to take a look at his online portfolio of work, or call 651-468-8115. Now go out and kick some ass with some kick-ass graphic design.
Hire my dad, so he can take me to Disneyland.
You're listening to the Intrepid radio program with Scotty Roberts. Intelligent Talk.
The mic is hot. Welcome, folks. This is Scotty Roberts. It's Friday night. It is the 29th of April in 2022. And it's my birthday today, Rainey's birthday. Happy birthday to her, she says. And she's way over there on the other side of the studio. So I don't know if you could hear her, but she said happy birthday to herself. And so 29th of April always stands out for some reason. And so welcome to the program this evening. Wow, strike three. And third time's a charm. And you're listening to this show on the Odyssey radio station. And that's over at odysseyradio.com. ODYSY radio.com. You can also see the video simulcast of this show over at youtube.com/Scotty Roberts, where you can join the other Intrepids and join the chat that's going on right now. And we'll go on all night. And, of course, after the show, when this hour has expired, we stay on air off the radio station, but over at the YouTube channel. And we extend this into what has been affectionately dubbed by the listeners, the Captain's Cabin. Arr. And that's where we take a little bit of time. Oh, there's Rainey Roberts in the chat room. Good to see you, my lovely wife.
Too, Scotty.
There you go, from the Peanut Gallery. And everybody who's over there, I tried to say as hi to many people as I could over in the chat room during the pre-show. And I hope you feel welcome and that this is your place. And by the way, if you're in the YouTube channel, you can click the subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. The show is here 5 nights a week and usually on Sundays. And you can also hit the join button if you'd like. And you could join this channel. You click that and it shows you 3 ways you can join. Would love to have you over here. And so thanks everyone for coming in tonight. We're going to talk some more about being stoned. Well, not that particular action per se, but about weed in magical practice and weed in the ancient world and down through the ages. It isn't something that just came up and, hit us in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. This weed's been around for quite a while. And I want, maybe some of us don't even know about that. But before I do that, I found an interesting article that I thought you might be interested in hearing something about. Did you know that witches allegedly, now this is allegedly, stole penises and kept them as pets in the Middle Ages? Rainey?
What?
Would you steal a penis and keep it as a pet?
Yes, all of them.
She's already got one. So, am I your pet?
Yes.
There you go. I'm her pet. So, according to a 15th century guide to detecting and eradicating witchcraft, this is the Malus Maleficarum, which we've talked about on the show before. Witches were capable of making penises vanish. Did you know this?
I can do that.
Rainey can do that. Now you see it, now you don't. Oh, I'm going to get in trouble if I keep that vein up. That vein. He said vein. And some even kept them in nests and fed them oats. So they took penises, they made them vanish, they kept them in nests and fed them oats. Now, do you suppose these things were alive? Was it really a magic thing that they did? So since time immemorable, men have worried irrationally about perceived threats to their penises. Long before, I mean, cod pieces, nut cups, those all came along. Some of that's to protect testicles, but the penis, were pretty protective about the penis too. So long before there was castration anxiety, there was something far more sinister, and that was the myth of phallus stealing. Gosh, Rainey, that would make a great t-shirt and tumbler. Something about phallus stealing and being a witch. And phallus stealing, witches who kept wriggling dismembered members as pets. They'd be like, see what I have. Was it a wiener they were holding or a wiener? That's the big question. We don't know historically. What were they using? So the best known description of this practice occurs in the Malleus Maleficarum, which I just mentioned. It's a 15th century witch hunting manual. Witch hunting manual written by Heinrich. And historians typically regard this document, this big book, as a ludicrous and misogynistic text that nonetheless resulted in countless vicious murders of women accused of witchcraft. In the Salem witch trials, reader Francis Hill describes it as one of the most terrifying and obnoxious books ever written. The Malleus is rife with obvious anxieties about female sexual desire. I'm not anxious about female sexual desire. It's like, yeah, bring it. And folklorist Moira Smith notes in her paper, Penis Theft in the Malleus Maleficarum, many of the crimes, the Maleficaria, the Maleficia, attributed to witches concerned sexuality, copulation with incubus, devils, procuring abortions, causing sterility and stillbirth, and impeding sexual relations between husbands and wives. Rainey and I have 3 of those little demons running around here that impede sexual relations between husbands and wives. We could affectionately refer to them as little cock blockers, but I think it's probably better to use the term impeding sexual demons. So little devils running around our house. In the Middle Ages, witches were thought to have various magical dick-ruining capabilities. The most sinister of which was the ability to make the sex organ vanish entirely. This is pre-Bobbitt days. What was her first name? Anybody remember? Was it Marina Bobbitt? Lorena Bobbitt. When she cut off the big case that made all the headlines, I think it was in the 80s. It might have been in the early 90s, but I think it was the 80s. She cut off her husband's penis with a scissors. Ow!
That's funny.
While he was... That was funny?
That's funny.
Oh, that's funny, says Rainey. Well, there was a big lawsuit, of course, and all that. And he had it sewn back on and apparently did some porn movies after that, probably to prove his virility and that his unit worked. And so, according to Smith, the Malleus Maleficarum details 3 specific case studies in which witches were said to have this able to magically deprive men of their penises. And the first 2 simply involve men having their genitals hidden by some magical illusion. Witches can take away the male organ, Heinrich Kramer writes. Not indeed by despoiling the human body of it, but by concealing it with some glamour. Hey, Rainey,
What?
are you a witch?
I can be.
Did you know that you can...
Yes, I know.
She knows. So, anyway, I don't want to get too naughty on the show here. She wants to know if I want to see her glamour. Why, yes, I do. And folks, that's the show for tonight. We're wrapping. Good night. Live long and prosper. Live long and prosper. All right. Let's move on. This is serious business. Hey, Jason Goki. The penis is magically delicious, he says. It's just like shrooms or something. So the third account notoriously mentions the phenomenon of witches keeping dismembered penises as pets, feeding them oats and other nutritious grains. Do you know that penises, disembodied, can be fed? It says in the Malleus Maleficarum, what shall we think about those witches who somehow take members in large numbers, 20 or 30, and shut them up together in a bird's nest or some box where they move about like living members, eating oats or other feed? It's like a bunch of baby piglets in a nest or something. And this has been seen by many and is a matter of common talk. It is said that it is all done by devil's work and illusion, for the senses of those who see the penises are deluded in the way we have said. That's from the Malleus Maleficarum, which was written in the 15th century, 1400s. So Kramer goes on to describe in this book one man's quest to restore his missing member. Forevermore I quest till all my bones together rest. You remember that from The Ghost of Nicholas Grebe. Of course, we're talking about a completely different bone here than his leg bone. But by this account, the poor castrated fellow approached a certain witch who instructed him to climb a particular tree where there was a nest containing many members and with penises, and allowed to take whichever one he liked. So he was unfortunately rebuffed after trying to pick a particularly large one because it belonged to the parish priest. That's in the book, folks. I didn't make this up. Gonad-bearing flora were not uncommon in the Middle Ages. In a 2010 article published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine, historian Johann J. Matelaar says, between the end of the 13th century and the early 16th century, the Phallus tree was quite a phenomenon. So penis trees, apparently, Rainey, you could perk your ears on this one, penis trees flourished throughout Europe.
Wow.
According to the research. A 14th century French manuscript contains 2 images of nuns harvesting penises from trees and tucking them into their robes. A wood carving from the 15th century, currently kept in a museum in Germany, depicts a woman casually plucking penises while her lover peruses a vulva tree. And a decorative badge found in the Netherlands shows a couple making love under a phallus tree, possibly being watched by a voyeur. And so I didn't know these trees existed. We got to start doing some gardening, huh?
Yeah, where do we get one of those trees?
Yeah, Rennie wants one of those trees. She wants it in a big pot right next to her desk. Jason asks if that's an early Christmas tree over in the chat room. I don't think it's, I don't know. I think it was good for any holiday. So in 2000, archaeologists uncovered a particularly impressive penis tree specimen. It was a massive mural from the 13th century located in Tuscany, Italia. It depicts a tree covered in male sex organs. It's indeed a phallus tree, a Matelaar notes jovially, all of which were disproportionately large and clearly in an aroused state. I would think maybe some women might find a tree like this appealing because you can find the aroused, overlarge sexual member of the male growing on the branches, but you didn't have to deal with the rest of the guy. It's interesting. I think it's probably just an early sex shop, but we'll find out. By the noble plant's roots stand 8 women, 2 of whom appear to be fighting over a penis, and one of whom is trying to knock one off a branch using a stick. Do you think you could damage the, don't bruise the penis? You got to get a ladder and pick it gingerly. You don't knock it off with a stick. Good grief. Makes me cringe a little bit. Makes you cross my legs. So beside them is another woman who appears to be mostly uninvolved, but who upon closer inspection, as Medelaire notes, has one of the fruits of the tree protruding from her bottom. She's just standing there in the mural and, oh, what's up me bum? So it's a penis from the penis tree. So Giorgio Ferzocco, the director of the Center for Tuscan Studies, has argued that the mural constitutes the earliest depiction of art of women acting as witches, citing ancient Tuscan folklore about witches keeping penises captive in nests. So, in the Malleus Maleficarum, Kramer writes, in the 1400s now, all witchcraft comes from carnal lust, which in women is insatiable. It's the purest essence, the penis tree, and its association with endlessly lascivious witches raises a compelling question. If dick grew on trees, would women need men? Boom, there's the question. You guys can answer that for yourselves. I just thought that was a very interesting little tidbit to start our Friday evening off with. And I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope all the kids were in the room. I don't think most kids listen to this show. So, at least, good God, I hope not. And so, I don't know what kind of reaction we had over there in the chat room. I see a couple of comments. I don't know if they're having anything to do with it. What did Matthew Sainsbury use? The Greeks had images of the phallus all over Athens. Yes, yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. They did in Pompeii as well. Hey, Mike Myers, Matt Finn, Sean Stroik, Barbie D, Sean, David Potter, Uncle Dave is over in the chat room, sitting here with an earbud. What did he just say? Sitting here with an earbud in listening to Scotty say penis into my ear, amongst other things. Very surreal. Yeah. Uncle Dave, yeah. Talking about penis on air. Dave, if you're listening, penis. Rainey told me to whisper that in your ear. Hey, Rainey, come here. Just, I've got my wife in the studio, and you can come over. What do you think about having a penis tree? If you could get one, would you get one?
Yes, I would.
Hell yes, she says.
Why not?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you have a vagina tree? A vagina
Yeah,
bush?
I like the rest of the body to go with it, though. There are certain things, there it is. So I was going to say you could whisper penis for Dave better than I could.
Penis.
There you go. There it is. And so there you go, folks. There's our scientific approach to historical information.
Just so we don't go all just one way, I'm going to say vagina.
Oh, whisper that in my ear.
Vagina.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh, my goodness. It's a good thing it's Friday.
It's a good thing it's Friday.
Yeah.
Indeed. So I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. You're welcome.
Now I'm like,
I'm
like, oh,
now we're.
that's not a tree. Don't hit it with a stick to knock it off.
I'll knock it off.
Yeah, I'll bet you will.
Oh, my goodness. All right. I'm going to
Hoi.
brush my teeth with a little kid toothbrush because that's all I have.
Nice. Who's on that toothbrush?
It's Nickelodeon slime.
Nickelodeon slime. Will you go have fun brushing your teeth? And I'll see you
night.
in a little while.
Sounds good.
All right. Dave Potter says Olson. There it is. All right, folks. That was a little Friday night fare. We can't do those kinds of shows on Monday through Thursday because, well, it's not Friday. So there you go. Barbie D says, Sean and Michelle, wasn't sure if I was old enough to hear this, but I said the heck with it. There you go. And I've already got messages coming in private messages. So we'll have to see after the show what those are all about. So that's if you want to find out more about penis trees and witchcraft, just go pick up your copy of the Malleus Maleficarum at your local bookstore. I think they probably printed that and updated that so you can actually buy the book. On a serious, somewhat more serious note, that book was used to torment and torture more women and murder more women under the guise of witchcraft in the Middle Ages. And so what a farcical book that is, but it was taken very seriously at the time. So there you go. All right, let's move along, shall we? I wanted to talk about weed a little bit tonight, and Friday night's probably a good time to talk about weed because, like penises growing on trees and witches keeping them captive in a nest and feeding them oats and things, talking about weed is one of those, kind of outlier topics that we get into, and so let's kind of hit this. And I brought the topic up yesterday only because I had been stoned most of the day yesterday. And that was by total accident. My friend Andy innocently just gave me something that he said was given to him that he thought was going to work for pain. He actually had never had one. He didn't realize it would have, effects of getting high. He said his wife has had some of them, and she'll eat a half of a pill or a half of a square chewy gummy. And in my case, he handed me 3, and he said, "Here, take these. That'll help your aches and pains." Cool. I was on the phone, and I said, "What is this?" I thought it was some kind of. And when he first handed it to me, I thought it was tofu. And I thought, what are you handing me tofu for? Little squares, not jelly, gummy type of squares. And I'm on the phone. I go, "What is this?" And he goes, "It's CBD. It's for your aches and pains." I thought, cool. Took him, ate him down. And within about 30 to 40 minutes, I was stoned off my ass. And I felt it. You remember Sam and I doing a show a year ago in Louisiana? Same kind of thing. And so it had THC in it, Master Finn. The potential to get high is there, bro. See, and I didn't know. I didn't look at the label. I didn't even care. It didn't matter. I just thought it was. I've had CBD oil before for aches and pains and things like that. I just thought it was another version of that. And my friend is trustworthy, and I took him and I downed him, just thinking, oh, this will help the little aches and pain. Not that I was in pain that much or anything. Just the pain and stiffness of being a little older. And he actually was kind of surprised at the reaction I had to it as well. He knew there was THC in it, but he didn't really until he went and looked at the label. He just knew they were CBD gummies. They were supposed to help you out. And he wanted me to work yesterday for it. That's why I was there. And I was out for almost the whole day. I got up in the afternoon after I fell asleep for a couple of hours. And by the way, this is like at 8:45 in the morning when this started. And I designed his book cover and stuff yesterday, so I was back at it. But man, calling and doing interviews for the book and stuff like that was almost impossible to conduct for more than half of the day. And so moving away from that into more this talk of the stuff about weed and is there such a thing as sacred weed? I've got this little thing up in front of me about, it's called dank magic, how witches use weed in their witchcraft and in their practice, their craft. And for millennia, witches have been getting high to access the spirit realm and or have orgies with the devil. So some say, some report. Now, the act of being high, we've seen this happen with psychedelics, with things like ayahuasca and things like that that are meant to enhance the spiritual experience. So I think weed has been used for similar purposes. And for most people, the most quintessential image of a witch is a figure in a silhouette, perched on a broomstick and flying in front of the moon. Now, I don't know about you, but the closest I've ever come to feeling like I'm flying across the moon has been when I'm stoned out of my mind. Now, I wasn't out of my mind yesterday. I was just happy and non-functioning. But as it turns out, this might not be a total coincidence. The history of magic and witchcraft is full of orgies. It's full of drinking, full of entheogens, and used as a way to achieve a magical, transitional state of mind. One where your body may still be in the physical realm, but your spirit is elsewhere, free to roam between the worlds. And there are some mentions of this even in old Jewish practice, temple worship, into early Christian worship, and so on. Only it was a different form. Remember, the stigma we have today wasn't on marijuana. It wasn't even called that back then. Weed and herbs were used constantly in the ancient world. We had Reuben FastHorse on last night, who talked a little bit about how different herbs were used in Native American ritual and culture. So one of the oldest and most notable examples of using altered states in magic is, now many of you will recognize this, the Oracle of Delphi. For centuries, ancient priestesses of the Greek god Apollo, stationed at a temple built around a sacred spring at Delphi, would divine the future for visitors from all over the ancient world. If you wanted divination done, it's like going to a psychic reading. I'd like to speak to my dead mother. You could go to the Oracle at Delphi if you wanted to get, to the real McCoy of the day. And they'd have visitors from all over the ancient world. So significant was their influence, these oracles at Delphi, that kings would consult with them about whether they should go to war. And it was generally understood that Apollo's spirit would enter each priestess, enabling her to see the future. And so, according to uses and abuses of plant-derived smoke, an ethnobotanical compendium on the use of smoke throughout the world, the priestess would sit on a tripod above a hole through which the vapors arose, and these vapors were thought to induce her visions, and probably did, depending on what they were burning down there. And so, and it's kind of like I told the biblical story of King Saul, the night before he died in battle with the Philistines on the mounts of the slopes of Mount Gilboa in Israel. And he went and consulted the witch at Endor, not the Endor, not the big redwood planet with the Ewoks in Star Wars, but a different Endor. Why, hello, audience over there. Hello. 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 Hey, turn this way. Don't you wish this grew on a tree?
Can you even see anything there?
I see everything I need to see. Thank you very much. From the Peanut Gallery. I won't say who that was or what was going on. Trust me, it was innocent, as the day is long. What?
I said that peanut gallery is not getting ready for bed.
The Penis Gallery is not getting. Peanut Gallery is getting ready for bed. Whoo!
I'm pretty sure you just got fired.
Hey, I love you.
I love you too. With all the penis and mild vagina talk.
Penis and mild vagina talk. Yeah, like that doesn't go on other shows on this station. So anyway, well, hello.
I'm getting ready for bed. Stop staring.
Oh my goodness. Here. Let me take my Let me take my jeans off. Oh, I better turn my back on you so you don't see anything. Let me take my jeans off. Wonk. Yeah, the clothes are over there. Her clothes are over. Her jammies were over there on the couch. So there you go. Sorry, folks. Hey, Morgan Snow, still present and listening mainly. Good to see you. So, hey there.
Hi there.
Oh boy, folks. It happens. If it's not my kids on radio, it's my lovely wife, David Potter Olson. Anyway, what was I talking about? We're off the that topic. That oh dear God in heaven.
I can take my Band-Aid off now.
She can, yeah, you can. Bay leaves. I was somewhere about bay leaves, wasn't I? There's a lot of researchers that believe vagina smoke. Yeah, that's what it was. Though many researchers believe the vapors for the Oracle of Delphi. That's where we were. The Oracle of Delphi. Yeah, she's in her birthday suit, June. How apropos.
It's not birthday. I get to be in my suit.
It's not birthday. You get to be in your suit.
I said it's my birthday. I get to be in my
That's
suit.
right. It's her birthday. She gets to be in her suit, traipsing around the studio.
I'd be outside dancing around the fire, but
Yeah,
cold and
it's a
rainy.
little cool and a bit rainy outside. And it would be even more rainy outside if it was dry because she'd be dancing around the fire. Well, there you go. Witches, wives, nakedness, all that stuff. Let's move away from that so I can get serious about my show. Not that I'm not serious about that topic. There's a lot of researchers believe that the vapors that were coming up under the stool and engulfing the Oracle of Delphi contained a variety of potentially toxic natural gases emanating from the ground. Some hypothesize that hallucinogenic plants were burned beneath the temple and vented up toward the smoke-shrouded seer, or that priestesses would smoke or eat hallucinogens like gummies, in addition to inhaling the fumes from the earth. And while many scholars theorize that the oracle burned bay leaves since they were sacred to Apollo, others have taken it a step further. Dr. D.C.A. Hillman, a bacteriologist and classicist who's written about drug use in the ancient world, he argued that there's evidence that cannabis was traditionally burned to induce the oracle's trance. Since bay leaves are not known to have psychoactive properties, and marijuana was already introduced to Greece from Central Asian tribes who knew of the herb's potent psychotropic powers. And by the way, even in the city of Pompeii, where they had uncovered, I don't remember what the place was. It could have been an apothecary's studio, could have been a healer's shop. It was something where they uncovered some little round tabletops. No, I'm sorry. Back that up. Wasn't Pompeii. It was either near the environs of the old temple in Jerusalem. I knew it was ancient. I just had my spot in the wrong place geographically. Where they unearthed in a synagogue or some ritualistic center that was very near the temple, what was the Temple Mound, which is now today the Mosque of Omar and the Dome of the Rock and all of that. But they uncovered and in these two little tabletops were they had been burning things in ancient times. There was ancient ash on them, so they weren't covered in ash. It didn't happen at Pompeii. Get that out of your mind. I put that picture there by accident. It was in Jerusalem. And so the ash was still burned into these little round tabletops, these ceremonial little tabletops. and on one of them they distinctly found marijuana. And so some of these in ancient practice used marijuana. And so I'm not surprised. It's just in modern context, we don't think about how far back this goes. Now, the Oracle of Delphi was far from the only ancient magic practitioner to use magic practitioner to utilize marijuana in her craft. As noted in Uses and Abuses of Plant-Derived Smoke, members of the Gaddi tribe, Gaddi, the Gaddi tribe of India's Himachal Pradesh state in the western Himalayas, for example, smoked the resin of female cannabis plants called sulfa for the hallucinations it induced. Shamans and nobles from China to Russia have also been found buried with marijuana plants, denoting its sacred role. And there isn't much evidence that marijuana was used widely during the Middle Ages in Europe, other than the fact that, now get this, if you get this, you know it was being used. Pope Innocent VIII explicitly banned this stuff. But European witches still found ways to get high. So during this period, they'd rub entheogens, I can never pronounce it, entheogens, such as belladonna, henbane, datura, and mandrake all over their bodies. And some theorize they rubbed these substances on broomsticks. And, you guessed it, going back to the penis tree a bit, inserted them vaginally. And so in order to loosen their spirits from their physical form, and in the resulting hallucinations, witches were said to fly to the Sabbath. Oh, I thought you were looking at me over there.
Oh, the dog's rooting in the...
Oh, yes. And they were said to fly to the Sabbath, the supposed time each month when witches, demons, and even the devil himself would come together and share magical secrets. They'd sign evil pacts, and they'd have wild orgiastic parties. So now, the whole sexual thing underlies everything, too, as you can tell. And so it's likely that the use of these herbs in a ritual context points out back to ancient cults like the Oracle of Delphi, and are one of the clearest links to witchcraft's primordial past. As witch historian and teacher at the Colorado State University, Chaz Clifton writes in the famous essay, "If Witches No Longer Fly," I would argue that the danger of these recipes, combined with the centuries-long tradition of their use, is the best argument for any old religion surviving from pre-Christian times. You get that? The use of these hallucinogenic, or at least psychotropic or mood-altering weed and herbs is proof that these century-long traditions were in existence, that this old religion survived from pre-Christian times. And without some sort of oral tradition of preparation and dosage similar to that of the ayahuasca shamans of South America, the risks would be too great. And so the danger, he cites, is real. Modern witches and non-magical people alike have been sent to the hospital or have even died, as in the case of English witch Robert Cochrane, from taking too much belladonna, which is a poison, and other witchcraft-related herbs. Now, magical publishing in the last 30 years has been significantly hamstrung by the way psychedelics have been used as geopolitical footballs. So why is herbal magic, the use of weed, most notably, but also other hallucinogens, less prevalent in modern witchcraft? After all, the occult revival of the 19th century revolved around absinthe and opium dens, and the second big occult revival happening during the drug-crazed days of the 1960s and 70s. And it seems like magic and getting high went pretty well hand in hand. And I know my aunt, who was a witch, my late aunt, smoked pot quite efficiently, effectively, and quite often throughout the day, every day. But aided her in what she was doing. And so one obvious answer to all of this is because marijuana is still illegal, even for medical use in many states and countries. That's starting to change in a big way. We're seeing the medicinal use being opened up. I don't know how many states, I did not check this factoid out. I don't know how many states allow it. Now, Rainey, do you have any idea how many states are allowing medical marijuana stores and usage legalized by the state?
Just medical marijuana?
Any marijuana legalized by state. She's going to look up that answer for me. Now, this makes it nearly impossible for occult book publishers to let authors recommend using weed as a method to achieve trance states and soul flight, even if that's their preferential method. But I think that's all beginning to change a little bit. Magical publishing in the last 30 years has been significantly hamstrung by the way psychedelics have been used as geopolitical footballs. As an author, I can't legally advocate a reader break any laws. And publishers can, though, in theory, be held liable for those damages arising from actions taken as those described in their books. So publishers like to stay away from that. Still, modern witches... Whew! Sorry about that. The mute is over here, and I turned this way. That just snuck up on me. Sorry, folks. You got to hear that live and in living color if you're watching the video. So, then I get stuffy after I sneeze. So modern witches are continuing to use, yes, ma'am.
Nebraska is the only state where it is illegal for medical marijuana. Otherwise, all the rest do medical.
Nebraska is the only state in the United States where it's still illegal to sell and traffic in medical marijuana. All the other states, 49 other states, it's legal, at least medical marijuana. Recreational marijuana is...
Want me to go discount it, or you want
Yeah.
states? Because Alabama's illegal, Arkansas, Delaware, Florida.
Alabama, Arkansas, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Idaho, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky.
Let's see.
Louisiana.
Is up to 14 grams.
Oh, they go up to 14 grams. These are all states where recreational marijuana is legal. Maryland, Minnesota, Mississippi and Missouri, Nebraska. No, in Nebraska you can't have medical marijuana, but they legalized recreational.
Yes. There's a whole bunch
That just seems inconsistent.
You can't legally do medical marijuana. That's it.
Nebraska, snap, love Nebraska, says Susie Q. Yeah, you can get medical marijuana is illegal. You can get arrested for that, but recreational marijuana is legal.
No, it's illegal. Nebraska
Oh, it's illegal. I thought you read that it was legal.
I'm telling you the illegal ones.
Oh, those are all the illegal states
Yes,
for
those are
recreational.
illegal states.
So it's illegal in Minnesota?
Yes. Recreational is illegal in Minnesota.
Oh, I didn't know that. Across the river. I thought the most liberal state in the union, they would have okayed that by now. Well, anyway, Elizabeth DeCourcy, owner of Antidote Apothecary and Tea Bar in Brooklyn, New York, says she typically uses weed as a meditative aid. She said, when I want to thin the veil and access ancient knowledge and the collective consciousness of water, the total, deep, and cellular calm I can achieve with an edible in a deep trance is pretty profound, she tells broadly. Maybe I could have done a little meditating yesterday when I was stoned off the edibles. There's a reason weed has historical ties to magic. Having a safe, reliable way to enter altered states of consciousness can be an amazing tool in witchcraft. So, Melissa Madara is noted here. She's a witch and a co-owner of Catland Books in Brooklyn. She uses weed to help focus herself during meditation. and to stop questioning what she sees. Isn't this, I think, the point of some of the like ayahuasca and some of the other hallucinogens and the other mind-altering drugs that are out there, or herbs? Let's keep it in the herb category. That those are used to, so you don't question what you see anymore. It opens you up, apparently. So during spirit contact. And so she recommends using this simple visualization as a good place to start. You should lie on your back, focus on your deep breathing, and push your mind's eye deep, deep into your body, she says. Each new breath brings in fresh air, white light, and healing energy, and each exhale expels tension, old emotions, and stress from the body, so she says. And now, I'm not trying to give you a primer on smoking pot. If you don't smoke it, don't smoke it if you don't want to. There are a lot of people that do. I have smoked it, probably in my lifetime, a dozen times. So it's never been a heavy practice of mine. And maybe that's why 3 gummies yesterday knocked me on my ass. But I think it's interesting for us. Just as interesting as looking at penis trees and kept penises. Yes, ma'am. I see your hand up over there.
Recreational is legal in 18 states.
Recreational marijuana is legal in 18 states in the United States right now. So I know Colorado is one of them, and other places. So there you go. And there's also, I've got a lot more information on its history around the world, but cannabis, there's a high history of this, and this comes from High Times magazine. I gleaned this little article. When you walk into a cannabis dispensary and you notice the variety of products and extractions, edibles, flower concentrates, tinctures line the display cases. These medical and recreational products are just like the ones used during the Victorian times in America and Europe. And people throughout all the ages have utilized cannabis, pot, in many forms, from tribal shaman to Victorian women. And these ingestion methods and applications find their origin, you know where? The ancient world, where cannabis was used in medicine, magic, religion, recreation. And these earliest civilizations cultivated and traded psychoactive plant. That's what they did. That was part of their trade. The ancients discovered cannabis in their search for ropes, textiles, foods, and pharmaceuticals. You know, I always wondered, how did the first guy who rolled a joint, where did he get that from? Was he like, hey, this rope we're trying to make, maybe, dude, if we roll this up and smoke it, we'll get high. Who knows? I don't know how they figured that out for the first time. Some varieties weren't fit for fabric and rope, but their sticky psychotropic flowers had these better purposes. The plant was typically harvested and either juiced or smoked. Wine infusion, water extraction, fumigating dried flower were the most common methods of ingestion. And recent archaeological evidence and surviving documents gives us a window into the historical use of cannabis. Now, I wonder if it might have been something where maybe they were taking parts of this plant and lighting it to light an oil lamp at night, or a lamp without oil. Maybe they lit this stuff and found out they were all giggling by the end of the evening. I don't know how they first discovered that it worked for that. June Shasta says shamans are told by the spirits which plants are yummy. Maybe that was it. June, maybe the spirits told them to do this. Hey, that plant with the 5 leaves, pick that one. Dry it up a little bit, smoke it. And so, anyway, you can go to the cradle of civilization in Mesopotamia. The Assyrian and the Babylonian cultures left behind a large cache of cuneiform clay tablets. They dated between 1000 and 500 BCE, and some describing medical and religious practices. And the cuneiform word for cannabis was azulu. a Zulu. It was used for treating depression, as well as in different medical recipes under the name Kanubu. And it was one of the ingredients in their religious incense, which they traded with Egypt and Judea. And that's how you found it in the old ruins of the synagogue back in Jerusalem. And so, folks, you know what? We are coming to the end of this show. We've got less than a minute before we have to go out from Odyssey Radio. But I want you to stick around because we're going to do the Captain's Cabin. Hi. And maybe we'll talk a little bit about this a bit. I might save some of this leftover stuff for Monday. We'll see how that goes. So I want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank you for taking your time to spend it here with me. Thanks for listening to our wonderful topics tonight. I hope you had a good Friday night with us. Stick around and we'll maybe have a longer Good Friday night. So we'll see you later. And you know what? Live long and prosper.
You're listening to the Intrepid radio program with Scotty Roberts. Intelligent Talk.
All right, folks, we're back. We are off air over at Odyssey Radio. And in just a couple of seconds, I'm going to cut off the stream here, my connection to the stream. And 2 and 1, boom. Now we are off the stream, and I can quit that. And I'm going to, I got to turn my computer for those of you watching so I can reach around to the backside and pull the plug out. Boom, there we go. Oh. What? Oh, I'm sorry. Rainey's on the phone over there. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed that show. It was kind of a fun show. Some fun topics. I hope you had a good time with it, like I did. And reach around. Yes, sir, Sean Stroik. It's a reach around. And I had to do it at the beginning of the show and the end of the show. And I had to endure it during the show. So, anyway. Sean, were you here for the beginning of the show? Did you hear the first segment? Anyway, Grumpy Stack is late. You're late, Grumpy. You missed a good show. We're off air now, but we're here at the Captain's Cabin. I don't know if I'm going to have Uncle Dave with me. Oh, there he is. He said he'll be with me shortly. It better be shortly or I'm going to fall over. I'm tired. So, we'll see what happens. Let's just do, because it's fun for me. I hope it's fun for you too. I'll just do a little quick ad for The Sword in the Clay. There it is. If you haven't picked up your copy, go to theswordintheclay.com. You can pick this book up. As a matter of fact, I'll even show you. Watch this. I am going to let's see if I can do this. Can I share my screen? Share screen. Boom. Boom. There it is. I'm sharing my screen now. You see that big, it goes back into infinity. It's like time tunnel. And let's go to the sword in the clay.com. Boom. And there it is. That's the website right there. And this is the little ad pop-up that comes up. It says you can learn more about this. Did you know you can scroll down and see a gallery of images from the book, and you can also see new upcoming projects? What happens if I click on that? Click. Oh, it brings you down here to the bottom of The Sword in the Clay. It's got the gallery of images here. You can see that scrolling by on the website. And then down here is the upcoming new book by Scotty Roberts, which isn't a new book at all. It's just not been published yet. Working on finishing this right now for Little Platinum Books, and that is How to Be an Archaeologist. And you've all seen stuff on this. And I just have this little blurb. Writer and illustrator Scotty Roberts, that's me, is soon releasing a new children's book through Little Platinum Books, How to Be an Archaeologist. It's all about a young boy who finds an old meerschaum pipe in the river, spurring him into research and exploration, and eventually an archaeological life in Egypt. And you can click on this, find out more. Look at this, boom, boom, there it is. There's the cover, front and back cover. And some of the illustrations are in here. You can see them and you can blow them up and look at them. And it talks about this stuff. It's got a little excerpt from the book and so on. But we can go back to the home page. Boom, the sword and the clay. When you come to this website, this is where you end up. The sword. Now I got a big screen here, so I got this thing is all the way out there, but you know it's gonna be a little closed down, more closed down than that. But you can order the book here. It's as easy as buy the book. You can also contribute. Contribute is, I put that up for anybody who went to the Kickstarter and still wanted to put money into the company or into furthering this effort. You can do that as well. That's totally up to you. But here you buy the book. You want to see how easy it is? I click this and this comes up. $29.95 for the book. Quantity 1. You add it to your cart. You can change the quantity. You can buy 20 if you want. And so your subtotal is $29.95. And if you go to checkout, it's this easy. It's going to ask for your shipping address, and it's going to tack on another $11 for shipping and handling to get that book to you. So you're spending just under, by a few pennies, $41 to get this book. Now, if we go backwards, you can go back to the store. Here you've got, there's the sword and the clay. Right here on the main page, you got all this. You got the contact use, about us. If you click here, that's about me. That's about Manitou Free Traders Press. That's on there. You can go to about the book, which will take you here. And everybody here that's a regular on the show knows everything about the book. Future projects, which we were just at. And you can go all the way back home. And you can see buy the book, but you can also down here, I got to refresh this page, reload. Boom. So down here, the book, an autographed book, is going to cost you a little bit more, $55. A little special handling there, a little special packaging, blah, blah, blah. There's the bookmark, which you've seen. It's the oversized bookmark. Those are $10.50. And then we've got the tumblers, which Rainey makes right here. The oh, that took us to a wrong spot. Oh, right there. There it is. You can see the tumbler. And that's the art right there. That's wrapped around the tumbler. And that's it. Did you actually make one of those up?
I did.
Here, I'm going to get out of
It goes with
and
tonight's-
stop the screen.
This goes with tonight's topic.
Oh. I thought you had a sword in the clay one. Here, this is Rainey's. Here, step over here into the light. Or here, I can move I'll move the camera a bit. There you go. Rainey did this up. For those of you who enjoyed the first segment tonight, tells you where her mind was when I was gone for a few days.
Well, I think it's perfect.
Are
for
those unicorns?
For the new cold smoke tumblers.
There it is. Yeah, she's got. Why don't you show those? Show what those are. I thought that was pretty unique. Go grab one of those. She got these new tumblers that are actually, they call them cold smoke tumblers.
Cold smoke hookah tumbler.
Cold smoke hookah tumblers. Let's see what those are. Hang on a second. Here we go. Oh, it goes right in here. Here, she'll show you. She's expert at this.
There you go.
See what that is? That is a hookah. A little mini hookah tumbler. You don't put drinks in this.
No.
But you put your good shit in
Your
here.
tobacco.
Your tobacco stuff, and it's a pipe, and you smoke it. Aren't those cool? Now, I'm not a big hookah.
Hookah smoker.
I am not a hookah fan, but I don't do a lot of smoking like this. But there are people we know that do, and you know what? you want to get these, we can't officially, legally sell them. You have to be licensed to sell these in a store or to advertise them. So it's all word of mouth. Just saying. So you can talk to Rainey about what word of mouth means. So there you go.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So there it is.
What
Yeah.
rhymes with bongs? It's the dong smoker.
It's the dong smoker. There it is. It's the Kong smoker.
Right.
So, oh my goodness.
Oh, my
Yes.
goodness.
And what did Carla Farrington say? Or a dab pipe. DAB? I've never heard that term before. So that's pretty cool. That's her new product she's got in. And
I got my glass ones too.
oh, she's got her glass ones now too. Show me one of those.
They're not
This isn't, like QVC for the Roberts household.
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah, it is kind of in a way. So I'm showing off my book, and she's showing off her tumblers and her hookah things. Oh, and she's got these.
Yeah.
She just imprinted these while I was gone. These are glass.
Glass, and they
So
have
glass tumblers.
they have a bamboo lid with the hole for the straw.
Bamboo lid with a hole for the straw.
So good for your iced coffee or iced tea
Yeah.
or
There you go.
your strong lemonade.
Yeah. So those are pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Neat stuff. You were
Right?
busy while I was gone.
Right? I was having fun.
You were making hookahs and glass tumblers, and
Right.
so
I
hey,
have
field
a
guy.
really huge art fair. I'm taking all my stuff to in the beginning of June.
In
So
June, yeah.
trying to get all my product prepped and ready to go so that I don't have to go, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have anything.
Yeah.
Right?
So she's been getting product in, blank product, so she can make up stuff, and we've been doing all kinds of stuff. So if you want to see a special kind of a tumbler made art, let us know,
Yeah.
and we'll do some stuff up.
Or if
So-
you have a favorite saying or a favorite picture, send it over. We can throw it on a tumbler. We can throw it on the glass mug.
That's right.
Yeah. And I just got the water bottles in, so we can throw it on a water
Oh yeah, the
bottle.
water bottles too.
Mm-hmm.
So as opposed to just the I don't have one here. I thought I had one of my tumblers down here. I thought, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Field guy says, I hate the smell of pot. It reeks on clothing. I smell it every day when the retards come in.
Oh no.
Oh no, says Rainey. Oh no.
I grew up.
Oh, no.
That's like good family memories for me growing
Yeah.
up as a kid.
Because the olfactory nerves are one of the biggest memory inducers in the human body. And so she grew up around that.
I would
the
always
memories.
I'd always get sent to bed and you'd hear the adults down at the table giggling and chatting away, and then that smell would start to come up the stairs and into my room, and it's
Nice.
good times, good memories.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And so there you go, guys. That's the new fun stuff around here.
Right.
And Rainey's really working hard to make this business go. And we'll see how she
What
does.
happens.
I think she's going to do really well.
Yeah. If not,
So-
once my printer runs out of sublimation ink, we can put regular ink back in it and print pictures.
There you go. And we'll have lots of tumblers to drink out of for the rest of our lives.
Right.
So, so sad, too bad, field guy, says Susie Q. That's right. Michelle Canterbury, love it, Rainey, she says.
Thank you.
So,
All right. Bye.
all right. Birthday girl,
Yeah. Happy birthday to me.
happy birthday to you. I got your present for you.
Oh my God. I'm going to bed before I have to take that present. Freak.
I'll be in.
Good night.
I love you. Bye. See you in a little while. Ryan Gale, was Scotty the model for those wieners?
Yeah.
Yes, I was, she said. Hold still, she said.
Let me paint it white, put a unicorn horn on it.
That's right. Do you know, can I share about your one business venture where you were doing clay things? A few years ago, Rainey saw something about someone who was making really good money making dildos. And so Rainey wanted to start a dildo company. And we were trying to think of names for it and all of that stuff. And so there she is. And so she started that. You can stand up straight. I'll tip it up so you don't have to crank your back over. And so she started a dildo company. She started sculpting them. I go, oh, what are you making, honey?
Yeah. Okay. So.
And she said, hold still. I want to do a casting.
Serious. It was like a big business, and this person just gave up and was done. And it was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna take over. But I got too busy with kids.
Yeah, it just got wild around here.
Yeah.
So
that's when Scotty had the heart attack, and
go
shit
figure.
got crazy.
So yeah. So Rainey has joined the April Club. A lot of people seem to be born on April. Welcome to the club. She's a Taurus.
Yeah, I'm a Taurus. I'm not no Aries.
She's bullheaded.
Stubborn.
Yeah,
And I can
stubborn.
kick your ass.
And she could. She can kick your ass. Oh, there's Field Guy. Let's bring him in. Hey, Field Guy.
Hey.
Greetings, Robert's clan.
How you doing? I'm going to remove
pretty
this,
good.
The big banner here. I'm going to hide that so we can go to a slightly different layout here.
Yeah, you can change it around.
That
Yeah, that's what I do. I put the two like that, and then
there you go.
I like to put the banner that rolls around and says "Watch my stuff."
Oh, nice. Oh, I didn't even put my banner on tonight.
Wait,
I totally forgot it. There it is. See,
My name
banner.
is Scotty, and I'm still struggling with my.
Yeah, I have mine preset.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got into a Star Trek Picard marathon, and I completely forgot what time it was.
Oh, well, Picard is a good show. I think it's a pretty good show.
Well, I got Paramount free for till Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
So I said, well, let me watch it. So this is all good. And when I get some money, I'll buy some tumblers.
Awesome.
Oh, all right. Awesome. Cool.
I just don't know where my job lies right now.
Oh, that always sucks when it gets to that point. You're trying to figure out what's going on. So,
well, yeah, it's kind of, I don't know. I went to work. I waited 2 hours. Nobody showed up. I went home. Let's see.
What?
Then I found out, my boss's car broke down, and then she didn't bother to tell me at 3 o'clock until I was sleeping. So I took the day off, and they paid me.
So well, there you go. That's cool.
So I was like, okay.
We want a grumpy peace pipe. Who said that? Grumpy Stack. Oh, he wants a grumpy peace pipe. Yeah, Grumpy wants one of those peace pipes, Rainey.
One of those special tumblers?
Yeah, he wants a special tumbler.
With the big straw?
Yeah. With the big straw. What do you want? Oh, we already know the picture you want on your Grumpy Stack. The one she was showing earlier. You want the unicorns.
Right?
Doug should promote his business with a tire.
Right.
Yeah.
Put a big tire on a grumpler. Tumbler. I can't speak.
Tumbler.
That's okay.
I can't speak.
That's all right. We can't either. It's been a long week. So.
Yes. Today is Friday. Usually ends my week.
Yes.
So.
Mine's
all that good stuff.
Yeah, Rainey's got to get up early and go do a massage at one of the local hotels.
Yeah.
So by early, I mean she's got to be over there by like 9 o'clock it starts. So
yeah, gonna be there like.
Oh, it ain't too bad.
That's a struggle morning for me.
Yeah. So
just get the robot arms. Build some robot arms where they can just go.
There you go.
Punch them in there.
Yeah, that'd be it.
Yeah, but
I want
I don't have a
holodeck.
problem.
I don't
have a problem with anyone smoking, but
yeah,
I always say the whole pot thing because people come in the job where I'm at and they come this close to me, and it smells. It's like hits me in the face, and I'm like, I start coughing. I'm like, can you please go away?
Yeah,
I'm like, just give me a minute, and it stays in the air for a while. I'm like, nah, it's just,
yeah.
It's,
I'm not a big pot smoker. I like I mentioned on the show, I've rare dozen times in my life, maybe. And and not much more than that, truly. But I I've always gotten stupid at the wrong times, and the few times I've done it.
Yeah, it affects
so-
people, I've heard, but I've never done it before, so I don't have no say in it. I've smelled it before. That's how I know it.
Yeah.
You know, my brother, you know, he's got his side business doing that stuff. I mean, there are people I follow on YouTube.
Delaney says hi, Scotty in chat. Oh, nice.
So, I
Delaney.
mean, whatever floats their boat.
Well,
Yes.
I
When
get
is Rainey
stumped.
getting her own show?
Never.
You should have your own show, ma'am.
I get stumped.
You should have your
when I
own
have to-
show.
when I have to stare at myself.
I do this nonsense where I talk on camera all the time, and somehow people watch me, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
I think
Nice.
Rainey would do a fantastic show. You know, you do one show a week. You don't have to do every night.
I'd get.
Okay,
I'd
set a
A
schedule.
lot of people don't do. You do an hour a week.
Just rant about what goes on over there.
I should
in
cancel my daily show and do a
Wisconsin.
3-hour Friday night show,
Yeah, and that's it.
and that's it.
Do what Johnny Carson did, 4 days a week. Rainey
Yeah,
can
but
be the
Johnny
guest host
Carson
on
got
day
paid
5.
millions of dollars to do that.
Well, yeah, true.
Yeah,
Yeah, I forgot about
that's
that.
really. I hate to sound so a mercenary about it, but that's really the thing that kind of holds it up. Is it's a lot of time. I put in a lot of time, even though it's an hour a day. There's other hours involved, and every day, and I just got other things I got to do, and so that's not a plea for money or anything like that. You know, you don't. If you radio notoriously is bad for not making good money, but if you get good at it, there are ways that if you can get advertisers and stuff, which I've never even looked into yet. We could get some advertisers on this show. We might be able to, you know, that's why advertising is on shows, guys. Everybody hates advertising, but you know what? If you want to put your time into it, and this is and make a living doing it, there are ways to make a living doing it. So, but anyway, blah blah blah.
I
Yeah,
think
blah, blah,
Grumpy
blah.
Stack
Let me
should
turn my
sponsor us all.
Right?
What's that?
Come on, Doug, sponsor everyone.
Yeah, Doug, sponsor
Let's
us.
do it,
He's
Mr.
the tire
Vinny.
king.
Randy, you don't even have to speak. Just sit there. You'll get millions of subscribers.
Right?
That's
Probably
very
would.
true. I believe
Maybe.
that.
You could just
You-
wave
you
the whole.
put-
You could just do this for an hour, and you get like 50 viewers.
You
Right?
put a gorgeous picture of Rainey up on her ad and say, hey, come and listen to my show tonight. You'll get some people tune in. Rainey, did you know Rainey can read cards?
I can read books. What?
Cards. I can read books. I like books because numbers are fun. She reads cards. She is not a honed like psychic medium,
No.
but she does have abilities.
And I haven't read cards since I've had kids, so that's going on.
Has it been that
13
long?
years. Yes.
I think
Y'all
I think,
pay me to sponsor your show, says Grumpy Stack.
I think Mr. Potter wants the link.
Oh, I just saw that.
I think
Let me get you a link, Dave.
I saw it because it was down there, but yeah,
Yeah.
Where was it?
Where was it?
in the
Down
description.
here.
That
Oh,
way.
okay.
Here, can you
Down
read?
there?
Here's the short link. Here's the long link.
Got that dirty mind going again.
I can't help it. She keeps me
Yes,
dirty.
I have an epic
Scotty,
beard.
Scotty
Naughty.
was gone for a long time, so it's
Yeah.
going to take a while to calm the dirty mind back down.
I was gone for most of the week, so
Odyssey Radio put a link in.
Right?
there it is. Oh yeah, because that's over on the that's
Oh.
showing up at the Facebook chat room as well. So this is broadcasting
about
here and over on the Facebook chat room for Odyssey Radio.
I went in there once and I hid.
You hid?
Yeah,
you
I was
can,
typing
yeah.
under my other YouTube name. I was typing under that name. My other YouTube, my friend's old channel. I was typing under it, and I was like, "Hey, I did that a couple weeks ago."
Yeah. Well, here's Dave Potter coming in.
I hope that's him.
Better be.
Yeah, he just asked for the link. I don't see you, Dave. I don't hear you. This is kind of what we had last week going on.
There's something.
Oh,
He's driving.
I see you a little bit. He's driving again.
Oh,
Don't
there
hear
you
you, Dave. Oh, was that him?
I think so.
I
Try
can't
again,
see
Dave.
him. Maybe.
Oh,
As long as it ain't trolls, we're good.
He's moving a little bit in there. He was.
he did at the beginning.
This happened last week when he called in. He had the same kind of thing going on. So
In and out of
I think I
service.
fell asleep then.
yeah, if he's driving, he might be going in and out of service. So
Ah,
calling Dave Potter. Dave
Uncle
Potter.
Dave.
Uncle
the
Dave.
old man with the beard.
Yeah. Is that him talking? No. There you go. You see his little
Maybe.
spinny thing.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
he went
he's
out.
gone.
He's gone.
Oh,
He'll be back. He'll try again. So
yeah.
Must be in a no zone area.
yeah.
A no-fly zone.
Hey, Scott Allen in the chat room. Good to see you. I didn't see you sneak in up there. So
No, he's
He's
gonna
talking
try
about my
again.
epic,
trying
well,
again.
epic beard.
I see Dave with a white window down out of the wing or in the wings. And that white window just says that
Why'd you have to be on, jerk?
sorry.
Ah,
Sorry, can't help myself. So
Yeah.
come on,
long as
Uncle
you don't-
Dave. You can do it.
come on, Uncle Dave.
As long as you don't get them porn things like last time or 2 weeks ago.
You mean y'all don't have 75G everywhere no more? Says
Right.
Grumpy Stack. Oh,
75.
Isaiah Marshall. No, I'm not bringing our Isaiah Marshall in. Bye, Isaiah.
They're already starting.
Yeah,
Um,
Isaiah Marshall is a troll.
that's
So-
why I don't put links in my chat.
Guys, if you're going to call the show, you got to type into the chat room first and let me know. If you just pop in, I'm going to take you right out. Isaiah Marshall, if you're there, you're going to have, I'm not bringing you into the stream until you come into the chat room and say hello to everybody. Bye.
Well,
Oh,
you added to the
I put
stream.
add to the stream. Sorry.
Where to go?
Took him out. Pop, pop, pop. So,
like firecrackers.
Dave Potter, it says he's here.
Coyote.
Dave, are you there?
Hello.
Hi.
I kind of
hear
hear
him.
you're crackling a bit. Sing happy birthday to Rainey. Shall I do it in
No,
English?
there's kids sleeping.
Or shall
Is it
I
a
do
birthday
in
today?
German? Shall I do my
Be
German
quiet.
opera?
Kids are sleeping.
I
Is
don't
it
know
your
how to say
birthday
happy
today?
birthday in
Hello.
It is.
It is.
Oh, well, happy birthday, Miss Rainey.
Thank you.
She
problem.
ages well,
Hello.
doesn't she?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, hello.
Celtic.
Doesn't-
Oh,
doesn't
I
look
can't
like
sing it
over
in Celtic. I
21.
wish I could.
Say that again, field guy.
Doesn't look a day over 21.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, she doesn't.
Wait, you're the same age as me now.
How old are
Nice.
you?
42.
Oh, yep. She doesn't feel a day over 41
Yeah.
because she was just 41 less than a day ago.
I was feeling
So-
old until I went and got a shot in my shoulder, and now I don't feel so old.
Yeah, except for
Ah.
the whole idea of having to go get shots in your shoulders to prevent pain. Hey, I got
Right.
these little gummies that'll work for your pain.
Right? You didn't bring them home.
Mm-mm. Andy wanted me to take those with me, and I left them on the kitchen table by accident. I would have brought
See,
them home.
I get scared to do anything with THC because it raises my heart rate.
That's true. And I don't think it raises mine.
Yeah. And last
I must have
time-
gotten into about a 40 heartbeat of 40.
Right.
So,
For me, last time I ended up. Well, it makes me tired.
Hi,
I went
Isaiah
way
Marshall.
down, and I was beaten in the 120s. It was like, oh my goodness.
tell us a little bit about yourself, Isaiah Marshall. Welcome to the chat room. Welcome to the other Intrepids. We are officially not on air anymore. We're just broadcasting the after show here on the YouTube channel. So, happy birthday to you. Happy
Smell like
birthday
tofu.
to you. Happy birthday, dear Rainy. Happy birthday to
Birthday
you. Do it
happy.
again.
No,
again.
you're gonna lick my hand. I don't want your germs.
She doesn't want my germs.
Don't want your germs. I've taken them 3 times.
See, you should have pre-recorded
Yeah,
it.
just 3 times.
That way, when she holds your mouth shut, you can press play on the recorder. Can't turn that
yeah,
off.
wouldn't that be nice?
No.
The beauty, she sure is. If you're June, if you're talking about my wife, she certainly is.
Thanks.
She's
Thanks.
a beauty. Happy birthday. No. And then Bing Crosby, how did he do that? He would have, happy birthday. No, I can't do Bing
You
Crosby.
can't.
To you. Happy. No, you know what I sound like? I sound like Seth
Says I'm in the show.
MacFarlane doing
I see you guys.
Stewie
Not feeling
singing Frank Sinatra.
Oh, Uncle Dave's saying something.
Oh, Uncle Dave's saying something. What's
What,
he
Uncle
saying?
Dave?
Oh, he's there. He's just not. It's not.
He said he
working.
sees us. He just doesn't hear us. I think that's what he said.
I figured you were talking about my wife, June Shasta. Scotty, that was just like Frank Sinatra. Oh, her. Yeah.
I'm like Frank Sinatra.
I don't know.
Totally.
I have to go check outside to see if the dust storm is
strong
over.
link.
Steve Clark.
We hear you, Uncle Dave.
What did
Uncle
Michelle
Dave is
Pfeiffer
traveling
say?
in an undisclosed location.
Go ahead.
Right.
Snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispies. You're welcome, Matthew. I must have missed something Michelle said somewhere along the way. Oh, the singing. Yeah. There's Dave Potter again. Oh, no, he's gone now. We had this problem the other night. He was driving and it wasn't picking him up because he was moving through the signal.
The lack of signal antennas, probably.
Yeah. So, folks, anybody got anything you want to talk about in particular tonight? It's Friday night. We're all sitting, rather than out dancing and drinking and doing the things that normal adults do on Friday nights, we're sitting on our YouTubes.
Yay. If we could just have a fire in the house. It would be
Burning down the house, I can do that.
right? Campfire. We just need a campfire in the middle.
Got my vitamins.
Nice.
Nice.
Gummies. I
Matthew Sainsbury says, Dad liked Bing Crosby's Christmas song, I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas. He sang it in probably a colorful way.
Nice.
And of course, you don't get white Christmases down in Barbados, do you? So, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
No,
What is a white Christmas? We don't get
Just
snow
like the ones I used to know.
What is snow?
Wait, Bing Crosby, just like the ones I used to know.
The snow just melted.
Where the treetops glisten.
It's been way too long.
And children listen. I wish I had a voice like his. There's one of his songs I like. Mares eat oats and does eat oats and little lambs eat ivy. A kid'll eat ivy too,
Who
wouldn't
got
you?
Scotty singing? You're in trouble.
Whales eat eels and snails eat eels and little clams eat oysters. A squid'll eat oysters too. Squid'll eat oysters too, wouldn't you? And I don't know the other words. Anyway.
I am gonna go. My dryer just buzzed. I'm gonna go
All right.
switch my laundry.
You go switch out your laundry. Whoop. All
I
right.
need some laundry done.
I think we are having some connectivities problems with Dave.
Dave's not here, man.
Dave's not here, man. Dave's not here, ma'am. There he is. He's trying again.
That goes to the whole weed reference.
It
Oh,
does.
man, they got the stuff.
We've got Dave Potter in the room, but Dave, we're still not picking you up. We see a black screen and no sound for you. Thank you, June, by the way. So, what else we got? I'm just looking at what people are saying.
I remember a few weeks ago, I fell asleep when Uncle Dave was on, and I woke up like 2.5 hours later, and y'all was still on.
yeah, we had a late night that
Couple
time.
of Fridays.
Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago. Yeah,
2 or 3 weeks ago, I fell asleep, and I'm like, it's 12:30, and I'm like, the show's still going. I go, what day is it?
What day
It took
is it?
me. It took me a week. I was like 4 shows behind. It took me literally a week to watch one show, and then I was like, let me come post this. And
Yeah.
I didn't watch yesterday's show. I fell asleep, so I got to watch that one. And then I'll watch the
Dave's
replay
trying
of
his
this
best.
one.
The only problem is if he's in an area where you can't, where he's not getting signal, then it's not going to work.
I'm going to bed.
Oh.
I got to work in the morning.
All right.
Good night for reals.
Work, what's that?
For
I have no idea.
reals.
You're right. We'll see how it goes. This shoulder injection, they said, is going to make it sore for tomorrow.
Nice.
Right?
It'll be
One-
great.
Do all elbow stuff.
You're right. Well, anything with
All
pressure in
elbow.
the arm, they'll all have to be right hand.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well,
Maybe
I can
I'll,
only lift
get a
my
knee in
from
there.
this high.
yeah, get a knee in there. What was that again?
And get a knee in there.
Yeah, hello.
Okay, I'm going to bed.
Mm-mm.
Jeez.
I don't
Good night.
think they'll mind.
They probably won't.
I love you. Good night.
Good night,
Miss
See you in a
Rainey.
while.
Good night. I'm leaving my chair there.
All right, you can leave your chair there. That's fine. I'm just going to turn this back to where it's supposed to be. Boom. There we go. Oh, I got to stand up for a second. Oh, and pull my shirt down. Jeez. Whew.
Yeah.
All right.
You got to do that.
Yeah. There's Dave Potter again. Dave, I'm going to try again. We'll add you to the stream and see if you come up. Nothing. Big nothing burger. Nothing.
Use the force.
I'm working on it. I'm using the force. The force.
The Jedi holiday is coming up pretty soon on the 4th.
Yeah.
And then you got Cinco de Mayo, where it just gives me an option to drink.
You also have Star Trek Strange New Worlds starts on the 5th.
Oh.
This is probably the most anticipated new Star Trek series that's come along the way.
Is it going to be on regular TV, or do I have to pay for it?
Sadly, no. It's going to be on CBS, I think, either Paramount or CBS.
Oh, I have an
And,
antenna. Yeah,
Probably
if
the
I'm
other
paying,
places they have
I
Star
don't
Trek
pay for
series.
anything.
And
Oh, they
Strange
went-
New Worlds is all about Captain Pike and Spock and their 5-year mission
Yeah.
prior to Kirk.
I saw
entering the
that
scene.
today. They were promoting that in Discovery
Oh, did they?
on the Paramount.
They
Yeah,
have a
I
nice
saw.
trailer
I
that's
saw.
out.
I saw. There's like a 10-minute trailer on there that I saw, and I'm like, it's not bad.
Good night, Morgan Snow. Oh, she might be
The
gone.
only
already.
reason I have it is because,
Or she's saying good night.
I'm
to
I'm not a
Rainey.
fan of
I don't know.
StreamYard.
Hey, Dave, you're not a fan of StreamYard? That's all that came
it's
through.
not typically StreamYards. StreamYards
is pretty good.
is
This is
usually
I've used
reliable.
this- Didn't I
Yeah.
start using this down in Louisiana last year?
I recommended it to you.
Yeah.
It works.
And,
even if you lose your connection for 5, even 10 minutes, you'll still stream because it's happened
Yeah.
to me already.
Yeah.
It's
it's
not
pretty
bad.
cool. So StreamYard is
Yeah.
a pretty good program. I like it.
No, I haven't had problems with it.
So Dave's
I
just
use
having
the
a
free
tough time
version, though.
connecting to it. So
I use 20 free hours.
oh, it was for Rainey, said Morgan Snow. Morgan Snow said goodnight, Rainey. She's back out. She went to the laundry room. Was that Rainey? Oh, it's Flynn. It's dark. You don't have any lights on in there. I can't see you. So let's see. Yeah, Rainey's in bed. Which might be more tempting than waiting for Dave.
Possibly.
No offense, Dave.
What you call it?
So I don't have much else that I would, we don't plan these after shows. It's just organic. We just talk about what we talk about. And I wonder if I have anything cool to show you. Hey, Flynn. Flynn. Oh, he already disappeared. Back upstairs. So
Tell him there's a $20 bill on the ground. You'll see him.
Yeah, we'll see him then.
There's $20. He'll jump off
I'm gonna ask
out the
him my
stairs.
lightsaber is gone, so he's gonna ask if he had my lightsaber, my good one that sits up. See, up there on the shelf. See that long, skinny? Let's see, where is it? Oh, right there where my finger is. That long, skinny thing is the
Oh, I see it.
stand for the
Yeah.
lightsaber. Is my lightsaber around? It's right here. Oh, it fell off. Do you know where my blade is for this?
No, but it's out of battery.
Oh, my batteries are dead. My crystal has died. I got to recharge it.
Good.
Oh, that's too bad. Flynn, is yours working?
No, it's on battery too.
They're both dead.
Them
Do we have
batteries don't
batteries?
last long.
Yeah,
Do we have batteries to fit this?
yeah.
Could you bring me one? Would you be willing to or change out my batteries? Here, I'll give it to you. There you go. And my blade, I don't know. Oh, it's right here. This is the when you're at Disney World and you go get your lightsaber made. This is the bag. Everybody's got one of these over their shoulders with the strap. They all carry them around over their shoulder. There, they've had their lightsaber that they made their lightsaber, and so it's pretty cool. So Flynn's working on getting my lightsaber battery. It would be awkward in combat, a lightsaber. Oh, yeah. Oh, if your battery didn't work? Yeah. Ain't that the truth?
I'd just throw it at the person. I'd be like, here.
Oh, you got to use a screwdriver to get into that? Let's see. Well, that's the cell, folks, for the lightsaber. Does this have the crystal in it, or is a crystal in that end? See, look, this is how, when these are put together, the crystal is inside here, and when it's all put together, when the battery's working, where is the crystal cell in here? It's in the middle section. Oh, right, these things come off. Hang on, show you guys. I know we did this after Disney World last year, but
Soda just looks like a
There it
regular
is.
flashlight.
kind of. But man, this thing is kind of cool though. When it's there's the crystal inside there, and that glows. No matter if you have it on or off, that crystal glows when the batteries are in. So it's kind of neat, and it's all made out of steel, which is very cool.
All right,
Let's
there we
see.
go. Put
I'll
falls
put this
asleep.
back together so we can. Got to find out where the switch goes on here, so it hits the right thing.
Is Disney
Might
still
have
their
been
own
my
city?
What's that?
Is Disney still their own city? I haven't heard
I
any
think
updates.
Florida took away their own city status power. Florida signed it off.
I remember you were talking about that, but I haven't checked the news or anything like that to see if they fought back or. You know.
Will you do me a favor and put this back together, so I don't have to stare at my hands and try to do that while we're talking? Thank you, son. All right. We're still not getting Dave Potter. Oh well. It's not working for him.
Got some bad gree. You
So
gotta
what's
get the
that?
good gree. Bad gree.
Bad gree.
That's like voodoo talk. That's Louisiana talk.
Gree. What does that mean? What's gree?
Sort of like well, if Grumpy's still here, he could explain it probably better than I. Gree is like bad spirits, bad. It's like voodoo talk. It's like that. I don't know exactly the meaning, but it's like you know when someone says they put hex on you,
Sure.
like bad luck, bad gree.
Bad
Gris.
Well, that makes sense.
Gree. Yeah, I say that all the time. There's
it makes sense.
I say it all the time when I'm at work because there's a secret cemetery 200 yards in the woods, and I tell customers, yeah, it's because of the ghost, and they start laughing. I go, no, there's a cemetery right there.
Nice. Hey, good night, Matthew Sainsbury.
I haven't been in it yet, but I want to film it one day.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just they have open graves in it. That's why I don't go in there. It's an old plantation.
Open graves? Nice.
It's when they built this center, they built it right up to the woods, and it's an old plantation cemetery from like the 1850s.
I don't know where there is one, frankly. Oh, there was one up by the kitchen sink in that thing with the pencils and stuff, the little purple handled one. Flynn might be able to get batteries in this thing for me tonight.
Just get me some jumper cables.
Hey, Potter, I don't understand. I can connect with you, but when you load me, it just sits. I have no idea, Dave. I have no idea. I shouldn't do that.
I've never had a problem with StreamYards.
Somebody else do me a favor. Will somebody else call in, and we can see if we can get you into the stream?
Somebody that you know, call in. And no trolls. Troll be gone.
No trolls.
Because you know they'll start coming in.
Yeah. There it is. Dave is not showing up. So I'm going to take him out.
Now, when you do it on a phone, sometimes it might give you problems, but I've never had a problem.
On a phone, you might have some more problems than a laptop, yeah.
Yeah, because I've done it on a phone before, but I've never, even on somebody else's stream, I've never had a problem.
Somebody give me a call. Click on that link and call in, and we'll talk to you. So,
I'm still trying to find your interview from Coast to Coast, but they want me to pay for it.
You got to pay for it.
Yeah. Well, no, they put the first part of it free. That prison guy, it's
did they?
All of that's
the
free.
Prison guy, yeah.
Yours is
I'm
what they're
the
making me
premier
pay for.
Part of the show.
But you know, they have a YouTube channel. So there was a moderator on it, and I was like, when are y'all gonna put Scotty Roberts' interview on the thing? And they were like, oh, you have to pay for that. And I said, why?
You got to pay for that.
I was like, how dare you make me pay for free stuff?
Because he's cool. So, yeah, I didn't know that's how they worked that.
I haven't found it yet. Although I did find your old ones.
The old ones are up. I mean, you know, once they're 9 years old, they'll go up there.
I found those.
I think the first time I was on Coast to Coast was late in 2008 or 2009. I don't remember which year it was. It had to be 2009 because Rainey and I were living on the our horse ranch. And we had, that's where I broadcast that from. And we lived there 2009, 2010. So,
I tried to stay up. I was just, because I had to work the next morning. If it would have been Friday going into Saturday, I would have been able to. I was out. I was like totally out. But I was hoping somebody would have pirated it or put it on there, or, you know, put it.
Yeah, sometimes you can find them that way. They'll do that. Dave Potter's trying again. Dave, you might not be able to do this. Is it working? Watch us. That's when you hit the switch. That's what you get.
Uncle Dave, turn your phone off and on. Reset it.
All right. Here we go.
It's probably your phone settings.
Could be your phone settings. I don't even know what to set a phone at to make it work better for StreamYard.
I've done it on the phone.
Here we go.
A couple of years ago. And I did it with an Android. I don't know what phone he has. But with an Android, it's pretty easy.
All right, guys, here's the blade.
This nonsense
you put the blade in. Listen to this when you put it in. There you go. Here we go. You ready? The light here may obscure it a bit. There it is. Oh, I just turned it off. Unless the battery's not very strong. It just keeps turning right off.
I got pictures.
Maybe the blade what?
Dave's got a picture.
Oh, I didn't twist it in right. There we go. There it is, guys.
Uncle Dave, reset your time. On,
Hey,
reset
Flynn,
it.
do me a favor.
It's
On the
probably your
back
phone
side of the
settings.
computer,
Could be your phone settings.
this
I
lamp,
don't even know what to
there's
set
a
up.
cord going down from it. Hey, Dave, I hear your voice a little bit. Just turn that lamp off. There you go, guys. There it is. Is your blade? Do you have one of your blades back there? Oh, wait, it's not going to change color. So this is the lightsabers you make at Disney World, and they're very cool. It's all metal, and you put hello, and you put these. They take you into a little secret enclave, and this enclave, you're supposed to be in a Jedi rebel enclave that's secret from the rest of the town there, and the what's the word I'm looking for? The not the rebels, the secret from stormtroopers. What the resistance? What do they call? What is
Paratroopers?
the stormtroopers? Wasn't the Empire? I was just going to say the Empire.
Oh,
It's secret from the Empire, and they play it all up. Of course, you're paying for this experience, and the experience is very theatrical, and they build it all up that this is where you are, and you have to build your lightsaber as a Jedi, a young Jedi, and and you can choose from different body types to put together. Flynn's is yours around, son? Can I show your? You don't know where it is off the top of your head? It's down here. I have no idea. It might be up in that corner. It might be back in the corner over here. I doubt here.
you know, it'd be a good YouTube video idea on the
What's
4th
that?
when they have the, May the 4th be with you. You and your
Yes.
son should do like a saber fight, post it on YouTube.
Oh, that would be fun.
See how many
These are
people like
durable.
that.
They're made to do that. But the when you're in this enclave, there's somebody that leads, and there's people sitting at tables, and the lighting's very theatrical. It's dark with shafts of spotlight, and you see the dust in the air, and they're back behind or in this round oval-shaped table area, and you're putting together your lightsaber for the kind of lightsaber that you want. This one is it's supposed to be like Luke Skywalker's, the Jedi type of thing. I've got the bluish, it's hard to see in this light, but the blue blade. And Flynn got one for the elementals and nature, I think. And there's several different kinds. There's warrior or the Sith, which is, and you can buy the different crystals for these that light up. And so it's pretty darn cool, and the whole experience is cool. Then they have the music is in the background, the incidental music from the movie, and it builds as they're doing this kind of presentation on like a meditation and a prayer. It's almost like a ritual. Almost brings tears to your eyes if you're in there. It's like, oh my God, this is they're really doing this up well. And I don't know where that is, son. I really don't. I don't see it over here. Unless it got put behind the flag there, but I don't think so.
Sean, drop down to the description. It's in there. The link's in there.
What's that?
He was asking how to call in.
Oh, yeah, the link. If you need the link again, who's calling in? Sean?
Sean was asking, so I guess he is.
Here you go, Sean. There's the link again. So there you go, folks. That's my lightsaber. And, of course, Flynn, my son-in-law, bought him the whole Jedi robe. I mean, the real thing, not the cheap $29.95 version. $29.95.
Oh, I think I saw pics on that.
Like $150 version, whatever it was. It was really nice. My son-in-law bought that for him, and his brother-in-law, Flynn's brother-in-law. And so Flynn walked around Disney World for days in the 95 to 98 degree heat and humidity with his Jedi robe and his lightsaber.
Good
And it was
old
pretty cool.
humidity.
He had a good time. And they Zach also bought Flynn more of the crystals, the different colored crystals you can put in. And it changes the color of your lightsaber. So, so there it is, folks. That's my lightsaber. An elegant.
Surprised you didn't melt.
Yeah, well, it does that every so often. I don't know what I have to do to make it do that, but maybe if you. I
Lord,
thought
it's
when
hot
you,
as
there
hell.
it is. When you hit them. So that's it, folks, and then you shut it off, and it's got. There it is. And you take this out. There you go, and then this goes on the stand up there, mounted on the stand, and this goes back in here for safekeeping. So let me put this away. Got a foam tube in here that this form fits to and slides down in. Whoops, I just pulled the plastic bit off the end of this, and I'll put that on later. So then that goes back in. And the only way to find this place, there's no signs in the Galaxy's End, it's called. And they don't have any signs for it or anything like that. You're in this town like Los Isley from the movie. The whole town is made up to look like that. And there's Sean Stroik. And all they've got out there is in this little corner is a flag, a blue flag, long, narrow, triangular flag, comes down to a point with that emblem on it. And that's the only way you know you're in the right spot. And I'm going to say this. My daughter and my son-in-law bought that lightsaber experience for Flynn and I happened to see the price tag on that. For Flynn and I to have that experience and to build these lightsabers, the tab was $576. So there you go. So
that's a damn mortgage payment.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? So Sean Stroik, how you doing?
I'm well, Captain. How are you?
I'm good. Good to see you, brother. Glad you called in. So we can't get Dave. Dave is there, but I'm going to try him one more time. We'll see if he comes in.
We know it's not StreamYards.
We know it's not StreamYard because Sean made it in. So, Evening E says Paige Sway.
I forgot this was still on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, you're on Facebook as well.
Greetings, Facebook land.
So, Sean Stroik, what are you up to, buddy?
Not a whole lot, Scotty. Just listening to you and enjoying my Friday night.
All right. Well, I hope it's enjoyable. It gets a little. There are times where I do the after show and I go, you get off air and you go, wow, that was dumb. Because we aren't really heading anywhere or doing anything. And so, what Dave is spinning. Nope, he's gone. So, but that's all this is for. It's just everybody kind of chatting it up a bit. And how many people? We've only got a handful of people. We got about 10 people here in the chat room.
Scared them away slowly.
Dave, there is something with your reception area or your phone that's because he's here again, but he is not beaming in. So, oh, you found it. There it is. Oh, was it in that corner? Yeah, that's what I thought. How's your battery? You're going to change your battery too? Oh, it's dead. Oh, I kind of see Dave. Where are you, Dave? Are you in your vehicle? Yeah, you're in your vehicle.
I see him.
I don't think he can hear us still. Dave
Not
Potter.
once if you can hear us.
You can see him now.
Dave, how many fingers am I holding up? Nope.
Which finger?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Oh, I can hear you now. I heard that. Say something else, Uncle Dave. You're coming and going, Uncle Dave. Coming and going. Michelle Cannon-Free says, wow. I don't know what she's wowing.
My
Could be
awesomeness,
Sean
probably.
Stroik. Could be Sean Stroik. She's wowing Sean Stroik. It's
Yes.
Stroik. Coming and going, Uncle Dave. Coming and going. Oh. I think
There's
that came
Scintillating
from,
radio.
there he is.
You're about a minute and a half behind.
Yeah. Sean is playing with his fingers, said Michelle.
Scintillating radio.
RBD. Scintillating radio.
Hello.
Hello. Uncle Dave. Calling Uncle Dave.
Uncle Dave, where are you?
I got to remove him. It's just not working. Boot.
It was sabotaged.
Taking you from the studio, Uncle Dave, only because
YouTube sabotage strikes again.
there it is. Something with Dave's connection that just will not let him connect with us tonight. No, time spent with our loved ones is never wasted, Captain, says Michelle Cannon-Free. Well, thank you, Michelle Cannon-Free.
So nice,
All
it was
right.
typed twice.
There it is. So this is it. This is a studio at night. Everybody's pretty much gone to bed. My wife has gone to bed ahead of me. And especially after the penis tree segment from the beginning of the show.
I'm gonna have to go rewatch that.
Did you hear that, Sean? Did you catch that tonight? Oh, okay.
I caught the second half, yes.
Oh, just the second half? But yeah, you didn't catch the Dave keeps trying. Dave, I don't think it's going to let you in. It starts off with a white window down here. In my down below here, I get whoever's calling in, we get a little, their screen pops up with their name, and I have to add you manually. And I see yours coming up, and it doesn't come up with your picture, Dave.
It's stubborn.
Come on, boy.
About that small. About where how my box is now. That's how small it is.
There it is.
And you press the button that says "Hello there."
Hello there.
Hello there, Governor.
Well, my desk is sure a mess. Jeez.
You know, I noticed
This
something.
whole office, this whole studio is a disaster right now. So, 3 kids.
That was a disaster.
I'm gonna have them cleaning house tomorrow. So Rainey's got a massage in the morning. I said to the kids, "Hey, you guys can help me clean the house."
Send over the middle human and the small alien.
There it is. There it is. What you got there? What kind of dog is that? I'm trying to make him out. Let's see. Oops. Hold on. Let's do it this way.
Smile, bird.
You know, down here that wouldn't be
There
a
he
dog.
is.
That'd be a gator.
Oh, there he is. Is that a pit?
Yes, he is, Scott. Big
Very
baby.
cool. Yeah, I see that. Beautiful dog.
Yeah.
All right, Dave. I kind of see movement with Dave, and then he freezes. I'm sorry, Dave. It is not working tonight. Oh, see, we get a little crackle like that, and now he's going to be gone.
The UAPs
like that,
are
and then he
disrupting
disappears.
the
Yep.
force.
Yeah. Yeah, there's something up there. There we are. Equally, and we got what? That, and we got that. We got that.
Yeah. When I do a stream, someone, they tell me to do that. They don't like they say, you should do it 3-way like that.
Yeah. So there we go. Me and Samwise Gamgee's back there. So
I always wondered who that was back there.
that's the picture that my daughter Bryn drew for me.
Oh,
It's from the movie, and it's photorealistic. It's pencil. That's a pencil drawing back there, and of Samwise, and he's holding the hand of Frodo. And they've got
Lord of the Rings
from the movie Lord of the Rings. Yeah,
I never saw it.
What?
I never watched them. I never watched any of them.
Are you serious?
No, never watched them,
dude.
I never got into that. I never got into that movie.
You do not know what you're missing.
I did watch all the Harry Potters though, so
the Harry Potters were good. I enjoyed
did watch those. I don't watch many movies.
I'm going to sign off. Good talking to you, Scotty. And
hey, Sean Stroik. Good to have you here, brother. I'm glad
Sean.
you came in.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for being here, brother.
Appreciate it.
Have a good night.
Good night, sir.
All right. That was fun having Sean come in.
Yeah. This is the kind of stuff I do on my stream. So I usually don't turn the camera on too much, but I used to. But I think it drains my laptop battery.
Oh. Well, there's Dave.
Dave, where you at?
Dave, I'm seeing things move, but you're still just not coming in.
Uncle Dave's being kidnapped by aliens right now.
Who do you want to pet, Michelle? Sean Stroik?
I'm going to take
but I understand.
I'm going to take a stab in the dark and think she wants to pet the dog. I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, that might be. That might.
I don't know. Maybe she wants to pet them both. I don't know. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Might be. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So I should do the show in this light.
It looks better.
It sure does. I don't like the bright
light.
See, I can turn it up a little bit. See, now that's just my computer screen. I have to turn my computer screen way down like this in order to do the show. And then I have the ring light up there. And if I turn on the floodlights, I'm just gone. Just white blizzard.
Says I'm in the show.
Change my light bulb.
I can hear you there.
Pictures all blocked up, but
your picture's jacked, but I can hear your voice. How long is that going to last? That long.
That was it.
And that, folks, was Uncle Dave Potter.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
There you are. Did you move to a different location? Nope. It's just not going to happen.
StreamYard's just, I don't know, just doesn't like you today, Uncle Dave. I don't know why.
Yeah. It's not liking you, Uncle Dave.
You must have to atone for the StreamYard's penance.
There it is.
You must have said something one Friday night.
It's 11:03, and I think I'm going to go. Call it a night. Well, we'll try. Dave's trying one more time. We'll see if we get him.
Come on, Uncle Dave.
And if we don't get him, we'll be calling her quits tonight.
Uncle Dave, you could always come on my stream
Dave
if
looks
you
like
want.
a Picasso painting when he got all choppy.
Hello, Paige.
Hi, Paige.
Everybody can come on my stream. I just do this. I do this. I'm not interesting as Mr. Scotty, but I do this nonsense.
You're interesting.
I only do it on Saturday and Sunday right now. Sometimes in the middle of the week. I don't know. I try not to,
When I do the show,
yeah,
I try to be very formatted to a certain degree. I want it to come across polished and professional as I can make it for the radio audience and everything and the audience here. But when we do the Captain's Cabin, we strip that away and we just have fun with it. And sometimes it's fun. Sometimes it's boring as hell. And sometimes it's fun when Dave and I get in here and go. Sometimes when you come on, Dave's going to keep trying. I don't think you're going to work, Dave. I just don't think it's going to work. You've got to either change location, or if you're still moving and driving, it just might not pick us up.
You get in the parking lot with the truckers, and then you just kind of sit there. That'll work.
So,
small horse. Interesting.
Sean's dog or small horse, she said.
Yeah.
So,
Like, well,
all right, Dave, I'm sorry. It's just not working for tonight. We'll have to try again next week for it. But, okay. Oh, did he try to reconnect? No. I thought I just took him down.
it's weird.
So there he is. It's not working. All right, folks. I'm going to call it a night. Field guy, I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to say my private goodbyes to everybody. Good to have you,
Bye,
brother.
folks.
Thanks for calling in. All right. That was Field Guy, the indomitable, invincible, indefatigable Field Guy. And there, we'll put that back up just for the heck of it. All right, guys, I'm going to call it quits tonight because I'm done. It's been a long week, and I've been busy this week, and I've been gone from home this week. I want to go see my wife a little bit, and I want to go to bed. So you know what? You have a good night. Live long and prosper. We'll see you probably Sunday morning. Good night.